Hello and welcome to UC Today. My name is Kieran Devlin and today's session is Why ULAP Voice Says No to AI and Yes to Compliant Telephony. I'm delighted to be joined by Dom McDonald, CEO of ULAP. Dom, thanks for joining us.
Once again, Kieran, always a pleasure to speak with you.
Before we explore exactly why you guys are saying no to AI and yes to compliant telephony, please tell us a little bit about yourself, Dom, and your journey with ULAP.
Yes, selamat patang and greetings from our headquarters here in Brunei Darussalam, Chief Executive and Co-Founder of ULAP. We are very proud to have customers using multiple different UC vendors around the globe in over 114 countries. We very much specialize in long-tailing customer solutions across the globe.
Perfect. And I guess we begin with an almost holistic question, a state of the industry question. But I'm really interested to pick your expertise on this. AI is in anything and everything in 2024. Almost 2 years on from ChatGPT exploding AI into the mainstream consciousness, how do you reflect on its ubiquity across our industry?
Let me start by saying that AI is not inherently good or bad. However, that opens up AI for many uses. Also, the lines I feel between automation ends and where AI begins is very grey. This means that people sell automation solutions under the AI banner. And I think, many sales leaders within the UCCX environment would say, if you're not talking about AI, your competitors are talking about artificial intelligence. So I think this has just really exploded, and people, need to really understand. As an example, many chatbots, they may say they're AI, but it's purely automation and integration with APIs to different systems, not actually letting systems, give intelligent answers based on customer needs. That's changing and improving, and that technology is amazing. But I think there's just been so much drive at that point, not looking at, the necessary consequences of having this all open as it is.
And moving on to the topic at hand, what are you guys hearing from customers and partners about AI and UC, and has that informed your approach with ULAP Voice?
Absolutely. So, our customers, as an example, a legal firm, they've shared that every time they have a meeting, they want to disable any form of artificial intelligence and recording because they're nervous about the data of them and their end user customer being used to teach artificial intelligence engines. This does not mean this applies to all customers. There are customers of certain verticals, such as governments with data sovereignty requirements and other solutions, where they go, hey, these are secure conversations that are not to be used for AI engines to be learnt from that benefit. So, really, for us, it was about an opportunity to provide a solution that's now compliant.
And moving on to ULAP Voice itself, can you please tell us a little bit more about the solution and why omitting AI was such a critical decision for you?
Look, I think really there's some things that I have to come back to. Once again, it's not a suggestion that AI is bad. Based on the AI for Good between the ITU, International Telecommunications Union, and the United Nations earlier this year, there will be forthcoming controls and regulations around artificial intelligence. So let's pause and breathe for the moment. How does regulation and AI work today? So really, the regulation, which sort of sits within the realms of artificial intelligence, sits around more around personal data protections. So in jurisdictions where those laws exist, then AI has to comply to those laws. However, more of this regulation will come into place. So with ULAP Voice emitting AI from the get-go, we are compliant globally to all of the regulators' requirements because we're not implementing AI solutions. This does not mean that customers don't have to use an AI. There's absolutely lots of AI solutions, which I'll talk about one partner that we work with in particular. And that doesn't mean we can't connect to other platforms with AI, such as voice biometrics or voice recordings being used as an example. There are many, many examples. But I think really for ULAP Voice, we wanted to give people a niche, a differentiator, that not everything is banged up about being AI and the benefits of AI. unified communications in secure situations needs messaging and voice to be secure and not shared. And that's really where this solution was designed for.
And I guess expanding on your point about the customer concerns about data privacy and security, can you please tell us little bit more about why compliance is so critical for ULAP, especially in the context of its global reach? That is based in Asia, but it is a global business.
Yeah, so being a licensed telecommunications service provider in multiple jurisdictions, we are one of the very few unified communications platforms who are a member of the ITU, or International Telecommunications Union, which is essentially like the regulator's regulator. So that gives us very different insight that the people in the marketplace may sort of overlook because of commercial reasons. So, really, from a global context or global reach, our global customers need to ensure wherever ULAP long tails them to, that our local regulations will be complied with the unified communication rules and regulations of each jurisdiction. So this is a really, really critical background for people to understand, is that we need compliance in all of these different jurisdictions, and we need our customers to be compliant. And there are many, many different rules that I can give so many different use cases, but ultimately it's about making sure that our global customers with their local reach can use these unified communication solutions such as ULAP Voice.
And one final question before I let you go, Dom. While ULAP Voice is AI free, I understand that you guys will continue to support and integrate with other vendors across your extensive partner portfolio. Those vendors who do use AI, of course. Can you please explain this dynamic in more detail?
Sure, I'd love to use one example. We're a very proud and trusted partner of Zoom, and with the ULAP Session Border Controller as a service, we help Zoom's customers get that long tail to all of the jurisdiction where they don't provide native coverage. So customers are more than welcome to consume all the AI infused solutions that Zoom brings to the table with ULAP's global coverage and connectivity solutions. So what we're saying is, customers, you have choice. Please go down the AI path if that's where you wish to do. As I've said, it's not inherently good or bad, but this is something that is not being addressed. And we're very proud to be one of the very few UC vendors in the world that's coming out with a no AI approach, but we very much support our partnerships who are AI first and AI infused. So really from our perspective, we're coming in going, you now have choice, you have additional choice, and based on the user's requirements, we can then really comply to those requirements. We just feel that the use of artificial intelligence and forthcoming regulations cannot be overlooked. And at the same token, that will be a journey that UC vendors globally will have to go through. We're here to support regardless of what the customer choice is.
Perfect. Well, I think that's all we've got time for today, but I've really enjoyed this session. I think this is a really interesting topic that your Dom and ULAP, they've really tapped into. Yeah, and a really compelling case, not necessarily against AI, but against just diving, with 2 feet into AI across a platform. I think it's been a really interesting topic. And for
Yeah,
you
great.
guys, great. And thanks. So I just like to say, for ultimately, thank you, Dom, for being here as well.
Always a pleasure to be working with UC today. Thank you so much.
And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share on social media, and we'll see you next time. I've been Kieran Devlin of UC Today. Thanks for watching.